You're listening to All in a Day here on CBC Radio 1, 91.5 in Ottawa, 107.5 in Kingston. Well, earlier this month, the Barrhaven Skatepark reopened. The city had moved the Longfields Drive Park across the street after its previous location was sold. So far, though, some skateboarders are doing more ranting than raving about the redesign. Cayer owns the skateboarding brand Antique Skate. He also founded the Ottawa Skate Community Association. He joins me now in studio. Hello there.
Hello, Alan.
So what went through your mind the first time that you saw the new Barrhaven skateboard park?
Honestly, I was heartbroken. After skating so long in the city, and my friends and I do so much for the community, to see the city move a park and lay it out improperly again it breaks my heart. It makes me sad, the fact that they keep doing this and they don't involve any of the community. None of the skateboarders are involved in this process.
Improperly how?
Essentially, it's very hard to construct a skate park. Even like someone like I would never want to do it because I don't know how to lay it out. And what the city appears to have done is they just hired a contractor and they put the obstacles in locations that don't really fit with our needs and wants.
Can you give me an example for somebody who hasn't seen the park, for instance?
For example, there's actually two obstacles which are very close together, making it near impossible to be able to use one without bumping into the other one. The other problem with these two obstacles is they're very dangerous. If you fall on the first obstacle, you might actually fall into the second obstacle, making some parts of the park not only unusable but also very dangerous.
In the old location, it was safer?
Much safer, yes.
Can you compare?
Well, the old location was 25% bigger, and I believe they actually brought in somebody to kind of help out and show where to put some of the obstacles. Like I said, they didn't do it this time, and unfortunately, some of my friends actually went out to the construction site and offered their guidance to, the project managers, saying, we'd be happy to come, we would help you out, move the obstacles where they need to be. We are willing to do anything to make it better for us.
And what was the reaction?
They assured us that they had a professional and they had contacted somebody and it would all be under control.
So currently, I mean, you obviously can't move back to the old location. That seems that ship has sailed.
And nothing we would never ask that.
Okay, so in the new location, can it be fixed to make it better?
Absolutely. It would take a few hours. If the city would come and bring us a construction crew, we would be happy to, show them where to lay it out. I'm actually working with one of our friends who's drawing some new layouts up. He's an architect, so we're going to try to present that to them and show, hey, this is where you might want to put, this obstacle. You could remove this one, and we can make it better for the community and safe for anyone who wants to use it.
Okay, give me an example of, when you're talking about these two being close together, these obstacles, when we're talking about obstacles, what are they?
They're rails.
Okay.
They're about 1.5 feet high, 8 feet long, and there's two of them, and the space between them is about 5 feet.
Okay.
So when you do, let's say, a maneuver on the first one, you're going to land almost onto the second one. Rather than that, there's a sewer grate in the middle of the park, which, to us, it's hard to roll over. Things there's no flow. You're always after you land something, you're in a wall or something else. The other thing that was really saddening was they actually buried beside the park as I'm going to call it art. Some of the old obstacles that were our favorite obstacles. It's almost insulting. We can't use it anymore. It's right there. Why wasn't that incorporated into the new park?
Things like what? What's being used as art that used to be
they're
obstacle?
just, and to be honest, I guess someone in construction wouldn't see them as good, but they're just literally concrete slabs. What we want is very simple, and if we could just have told them that, it would have worked so well. But literally, it's like a concrete block, maybe 4 by 8 feet, 4 by 8 feet and a foot wide.
And you wanted that in the park as opposed to the art.
People drive from downtown just to skate that one obstacle.
To get to a concrete slab?
Yes. We're not going to be... Sometimes we just don't want to be bothered. We just want to go somewhere, do our thing, have some fun. And Barrhaven was a great place to do that. People from all over the city. It was one of the better parks.
It's an interesting example, the concrete slab, as something that was actually a draw to this park that maybe wouldn't have been seen as a draw to somebody who's not
absolutely
a skater necessarily, or they're not even thinking necessarily about what they would have wanted. Is that another thing that's easy to just move over if this was to be rearranged?
Oh, it'd be so easy. It's literally a concrete slab. There's things in there now that they told me it was safety concerns why they like didn't use some of the old obstacles, but to me, I want to know what their criteria was. I mean, if they didn't talk to any of us, they didn't hire an expert, what kind of criteria are you using to, you know, measure the safety of an obstacle, considering you just put two obstacles together that make them unsafe. So I'm not really sure kind of like what standard they mean by safety, but it would be so easy to move.
And are these, how are the rails affixed right now? Are these things that could be actually moved by the skaters? I mean, not that I'm recommending you do this, but I'm just asking, is this something that where the park needs to be reorganized officially, or would this be reorganized eventually by the
eventually
users?
Often what happens is we are very passionate about what we do. Someone will go out and make the best and try to move them. A lot of the obstacles actually have been like put in with concrete posts right into the asphalt, so they're immovable. Some of them can be moved.
So for future reference, how would you like to be involved in future skate parks?
I would love to be there as just simply as consultant. And actually what bothers me the most is the fact that they didn't do their due diligence, and it's a time and time again where they don't involve the community. I mean, like I emailed the city a year and a half ago. I explained who I was, what I'm doing. I am more than happy to come volunteer. I'll draw sketches. I will do fundraising. I'm actually running a petition right now. There's so many of us who are willing to help, and when the city has all of these tools, they run an indoor park, they run skateboard camps. One of my best friends works for Spectrum. It's one of the leading skate park designers in Canada. He lives in the city. We would all come and help out.
Sounds like something where we have to hear a little more from the city about why the decisions were made. Aaron, thanks very much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Aaron Cayer owns Antique Skateboards. He also founded the Ottawa Community Skateboard Association. This Sunday night, the skateboarding video While You Were on Facebook has its Canadian premiere at the Mayfair Theatre. This is something that Aaron has been involved with as well. First screening at 7 p.m. is all ages. 9 p.m. screening is 19 years of age and older. Tickets are $10. $20 gets you entry, a copy of the DVD, and raffle tickets.